let's talk about toddler education. I think a lot of parents, when they think of toddler education, they think of ABCs, one, two, threes, and those are all great starting blocks. But I think we really need to work on social and emotional awareness. My name's Steve Powell. I'm a child and youth worker, and I really focus on coping strategies, social and emotional awareness, as well as working a lot with the autism and Down syndrome community and helping improve behaviors that are troubling. So, quickly, I just wanted to talk about let's work on emotional regulation. So, first thing we can do is when you're in your house, we have a couple weeks left before the school year. I want you to work on how your child manages getting upset and how they can cope and self-soothe when they do get upset. Because let's be honest, when they're at school, they're going to have to figure it out on their own. There's only one teacher and 20 plus kids in their class. So when you're at home these next couple weeks before school and your child is in a good, calm state, role play getting upset. You, the parent, pretend that you're getting upset and show breathing techniques and things that you can do that will help to calm and soothe and bring you back to a more regulated state. If your kid sees you doing this, they're much more likely to emulate that behavior when they're not in the presence of you and at school. And listen, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be perfect. I'm an adult, and sometimes I even have a hard time regulating my emotions. But if we start these little people at such an early age, learning how to breathe, learning how to take space, learning how to find other coping strategies that seem to work for them, even if it's a stuffy, something that they can use. For example, in one of my earlier videos, I talked about calm down corners. So usually in classrooms, I feel like every classroom should have a calm down corner. And a calm down corner is a place where there's a quiet spot. It maybe has some sensory and mood lighting, some soft sounds, there's no screens, and some blankets, plushies, books, puzzles, anything that can kind of bring down that heightened state and help that child regulate. So in the classroom, if they're in a dysregulated state, they can go to that corner and they can kind of just take a moment and take a break until they feel okay and they feel calm, and then they can come back to the task and work on what the rest of their peers are working on. So do this in your house. Set up a place that's not necessarily your child's room. Build it up so it's nice and cozy, almost like a fort, and go and sit in there with your child. Show them how to calm down. Show them how to regulate their breathing. And that will lower their heart rate. That will lower their stress levels. And sooner or later, they'll be able to come back and they'll be a much more calm individual. Please comment below, like, follow, ask me anything. Have a great day.